Hello guys, welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it is a narration of a message that I received, and the narration reads like this. Hello brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? My brother, I want to confess that me and my syndicate, we went out and then we did these money-making rituals. And when we did these money-making rituals, we were given 16 years to die. Some of my friends, they have since passed away because they were unable to sustain this covenant, because there are strict rules that we have to follow. And if you do not follow those rules properly, even before these 16 years of making money, free money that we were given by the devil has come to pass, you can actually die because of the rules. So my brother, for me to be where I am right now, a lot of people that used to do illegal gold mining around Mazoe, they used to call me the tall guy because I am a very tall guy. So in our syndicate, this syndicate, what we used to do is that we would go around mining for gold. So we needed to protect ourselves. So we would go around as a group, and this was a group of former high school friends. When we decided to go and dig up gold illegally, we had to form this group, because when you are illegally digging up for gold or any precious mineral, then you need to be in a syndicate, otherwise you are going to get killed. So amongst our syndicate, there came this man. This man, we used to laugh at him a lot, because this man, whenever he would fight with someone, he would threaten that person with charms. He will say that I am going to use juju on you, simply because his father is from Malawi. So he is still in communication with his father's relatives that are there back in South Africa. So because of his juju threats, we used to call him Gule Gule. And then this man, what happened to him was that there was this other time when the whole syndicate was sleeping. We had gone underground and we were so tired on that night. We just simply got out of the mine and we were just sleeping in the nearby bushes. He was now like a possessed man. When he got up and he went down the mine all alone. He was helped by these other three guys that were actually holding that rope, the rope that you tie around when you are going down the mine. So when he went down the mine, he got gold, brother Nashi. So simple like that. And when he got the gold, that was when he decided to split the money in half with those three guys that had assisted him. In no time, they had actually bought cars, my brother. And this man, he was a new guy in our syndicate. We kept on asking him what had happened, how he had managed to get so much money in a short period of time, but he refused to tell us. He said that it was just his good luck. But there was this other time when we were drinking at this other bottle store. Whilst we were drinking at that bottle store, everyone got so drunk and we were just sleeping outside, my brother, because of the heavy stuff that we were drinking. Then it was me and Gule who were left alone. We were just drinking our beer. Whilst we were drinking our beer, and one thing about alcohol is that alcohol will reveal the truth that you be hiding inside your heart. When you are drunk, that is when you will tell everyone the truth. That is what happened. Gule then started telling me, he said, so you think that this car is a real car? I then laughed at him and I said, you think that I am a child? This car, it is there, it is physically there. He said that you are seeing an illusion. That one is my topology. I said, what are you trying to say? He then said that, so you think that it is normal for a human being to go underground alone, about 20 meters underground all alone, and then come up with a lot of gold? You think that is just normal? There is nothing spiritual there. When he said that it was not normal, I said, please tell me more. At that time, brother Nashi Gule, he was sitting on this other old broken chair. I went close to him. I was almost leaning right next to him, and I said, my friend, look at my life. Look at the life that we are living. Do you think that this life is sustainable? I do not want to be an illegal gold miner for the rest of my life. If you know someone that can assist me, your father is from Malawi, please assist me. If you know anyone that can assist me, I do not want to suffer anymore. Give me the charms that you were given so that I can make money and buy the same car that you bought. My brother, This man, he was too drunk. He was really drunk. And at that time, Brother Nashi, the last thing that I remembered and the last words that I remember him saying was that he said, these rituals that you want to perform, they are not easy. You think that it is easy to become a ritualist. It is not an easy. He then fell from that old broken chair. At that time, I had actually spoken with this other prostitute. When I had spoken with that prostitute, after we had agreed on the price, I then went with that prostitute. We slept throughout the night together. When the morning came, Brother Nashi, I woke up all of a sudden and I was really sad. Even that prostitute, she was even scared. She said, "Are you okay?" That lady said, "Tall boy, are you sure that you are okay?" I said, "I am okay," as I got off from her bed and I started walking out of her room. It then happened that there was this other time when I wanted to go to Harare so that I can see my wife. Life was just too difficult for me at that time. My wife was even staying with her parents. I then spoke with Kule and I said, "Since you are on your way to Harare, can you please give me a lift so that I can go with you to Harare?" He agreed. When I got into the car, before he had picked up some people on the road, I then told him and I said, "Do you still remember that other night, that night when you told me that your car is not a car, but it is a tokoloshi, an evil demon?" My brother, at that time when I told him everything that he had told me, he got so scared, so much that he nearly lost control of the vehicle, but he regained control of the vehicle as he was holding the steering wheel firmly with both of his hands. He said, "What did I tell you? What did I tell you?" I then told him that you told me that you were given some charms and you were able to pick up this gold because of the charms that were given to you. That was when he told me his story. He said that his auntie that is there in Malawi is a strong, powerful traditional healer. That auntie of his had given him some charms. All that he had to do was to place these charms in his pocket and go underground, and he had to throw those charms on the ground. Then the charms were going to take the gold from within the rocks and bring it to him. He said that at that mine shaft there is no more gold, because that charm, it gave me all the gold that is inside that hole that we dug up. I then said, "Can you please bring me to your auntie? Can you tell your auntie that I want these charms?" Then Gule said that as for my auntie, she's a very expensive woman. She cannot just give you these charms for free. If you are going to Malawi, you need a lot of money. I said, "It is okay. Please do not close this door on me because I want these charms." I then returned back to my boys, the other ones that I was in the same syndicate with. I chose those ones that were really close to me. I then sat with them down and I said, "Guys, this is the story. Underground, each and every time when we go under the ground to dig up for gold, it is a risk. You might die. Let us take this risk." When I told them about Gule and how he had made this money, we all agreed as a syndicate and we said, "You know, when you become an illegal gold miner, you are almost as dead because anything can happen to you. You are like at war. You are in the army. When you go to war, it's either you live, you survive, or you die. So this is the time for us to survive. Let us go and get these charms." I then said, "Gents, you need to know that a lot of money will be needed because this lady, she is said to be very powerful and very expensive." We then spoke with Gule. Gule told us that for us to go to Malawi, it was going to cost a lot. What we needed to do was we would give him the money, then the auntie will come to Zim. That was okay with us. After we had raised enough money, we then gave Gule the money. He then sent that money to the auntie. Then the auntie came to Zim. When the auntie came, I was really nervous, Brother Nashi. We then went to Gule's house. When we went there, then we were made to sit outside. My brother, we were stripped naked. When you want money, you can do anything for the sake of money. We were stripped naked by Gule's auntie. She then told us that we were not supposed to move. If you wanted to urinate, you had to urinate at the place where you were sitting. If you wanted to poop, you have to poop at the place where you were sitting. We had to wait for this other creature that was going to come and give us the money. We waited, Brother Nashi, and the night was very cold from 8, 9 until it was somewhere early in the morning, that was when Gule's auntie came out of the house. Brother Nashi, we waited and we waited throughout the night, and it was very cold on that night. Then we saw this small creature. You know, there is this creature that they call a pangolin. That is the creature that we saw. This creature just appeared out of nowhere. It was just going around Gule's yard as if it was searching for someone. And this pangolin, this creature, what it was doing, it was like appearing and disappearing. And it was appearing in a flash and disappearing in a flash until finally it had reached the place where we were. When it reached the place where we were, you know, a snake, each and every year, a snake sheds its skin. That is what this pangolin was doing right in front of us. It started to shed its skin, but instead of it just shedding its skin, it was actually transforming itself. It then became this other very scary small creature that resembled a woman, but it had a very scary head. This creature was very short. It didn't even reach the height of my knees. It was quite small. That was when Gule's auntie came out of the house. She then said that, I want you all to lie on your backs. Do not move. Do not do anything. Let this creature do its job. What this creature, my brother, was doing was that it will come on top of you. When it will come on top of you, it will start playing with your manhood until your manhood will be erect. Then it will start sucking your manhood. It did these things to each and every one of us when we were laying on our backs and we were not supposed to move or to do anything. When this creature had finished doing that oral intercourse with us, then when we had produced our semen, we were then taken into Gule's dining room where we finished off the rest of the consultation. That old lady then told us that the rituals that we had done, what we had done was that when this creature was busy licking our manhoods, it was actually removing that seed of life. Like a man, there is this other seed that is inside his testicles that produces these sperms. So this creature was actually removing that seed. Right now, even when a woman touches me, she can actually feel that I still have those two balls. But my brother, there is no seed that is inside those two balls, because that creature took everything. That was the price that we had to pay so that we can get this free money that just appears from nowhere. Those were the rituals that we did, and doing those rituals, what it meant was that we had told God that we do not want our family name to continue. As for me, I have my brother. My brother has his own sons. When his sons will grow up, the sons will have their own children. Then my brother's family name will keep on going. But as for me, I have told the Creator that I do not want my family name to continue. As for my sons, yes, I do feel sorry for them, but I did this so that I can give them a better life. When my sons will grow up, they will not be able to have any children, because I did that covenant whereby I cut off my generation. I want my generation to end with me. Therefore, I placed a curse on my own sons. They won't be able to continue with my generation. My bloodline will end with me, will end with my children. Then that traditional healer told us that we had to rejoice, because sometimes you need to enjoy life whilst you can, and not think about your future generations, because what matters is you. The future does not matter, and that is what we agreed upon. And then we were given 16 years to live, and some more rituals that we are supposed to follow, and we are not supposed to mention these rituals that we were told to follow. Some of my friends, they have since died because they could not follow the rituals properly. After that, we were told that we were going to make a lot of money, and the money that we were going to make, what we had to do was that we had to buy cars, and after purchasing those cars, And after purchasing those cars, we had to purchase a bull. This bull, we were supposed to slaughter it. And after slaughtering that bull, we had to go somewhere in the forest with our cars. Then we had to take the blood of that bull. Then we had to wash our cars with the blood of that bull that we would have slaughtered. So among us, my friend, there was this other friend who had his father had a plot. After we had purchased our bull that we wanted to use for these rituals, we then went with that bull and we left it at that plot. Then when the time came, we drove our cars in a convoy, Brother Nashi. We then went to our friend's plot. Then we took that bull and we headed that bull deep into the forest where no one could see our evil act. When we went into that forest, we then slaughtered that bull. That traditional healer had told us that after slaughtering the bull, we had to collect the blood and each and everyone had to wash his own car. Then we had to feast upon the flesh of that bull that we would have slaughtered, and we were not supposed to cook it. We ate it raw until we felt that we were full. That was when we all went into our cars. We slept, Brother Nash, and we all had the same dream. Those are the rituals that I had to perform to have the money that I have. But very soon, I am going to die. Dear listeners, while there was a message that I received, I then asked our dear brother what kind of dreams that they had on that night, the same dream that they had, but he refused. He said, those are part of my own rituals. I cannot tell you, Brother Nashi.